Hello! In this video, I'm going to walk you through my Spring Activities Bingo Board, a gamified seasonal bucket list. And since this one is already set up, I'll walk you through a sample summer bingo if you want to see the process. If you're like me, your to-do list is filled with work items, or if there are personal life things, they are errands and chores, because that's how life works. Spring Activity Bingo, or as my husband calls it, Springo, is a gamified way of getting us out of the house. If you want to know the details of how I set it up, keep watching. Or if this was enough inspiration for you to run with, I'd love to hear what activities you put on your next bingo board. Thank you. Okay, here we are. Since my spring bingo was already set up before I even considered uploading to YouTube, let's do a rough draft for summer together in my lab journal, which is what I used for testing layouts. First is all the square counting and penciling in the grid. In my A5 journal, these squares are 5 by 5. That is 5 dot grid boxes tall by 5 dot grid boxes wide. Then all the lines go in. I usually go over them twice. And once that's all done, it's time to fill it in with, we need the things. This is the most fun and the most mentally taxing part. So to save time, I already have a list. Feel free to Google for inspiration, making sure that you check for local events in your area so you don't miss something. This is also a task that your favorite AI assistant may be able to help with. Full disclosure, ChatGPT actually came up with both tour a historic estate and visit a nursery to get some plants or flowers for my spring bingo. Disclaimer, AI isn't good for everything, but if it hallucinated an off-season activity, at least that wouldn't break production. You may also have noticed that not everything on Springo was a big outside adventure, and not everything was actually fun either. There was decluttering and deep cleaning items on there. And really, there's 25 squares here, and there's about 14 weekends in a 3-month span. Let's be reasonable about our time and energy limits. So some items are going to be at-home activities, and some are going to be easy wins, and that's by design. It doesn't really matter if I get bingo, but at least I gave myself a fighting chance. For the free space in the middle, I suggest for the middle square that you pick something either A, you know you are going to do, or B, you most want to do. Like for spring, I love going to the Cherry Blossom Festival, and I would be really sad to miss it, so that gets center stage for me. For filling in the rest, I like to pick 3 colors to rotate through for writing and entries, but if this is hand cramp levels of writing, you could also type this up, print it, and slap it right into your journal as well, either using glue or printing it right onto sticker paper. And if you're purely a digital person, it's also easy to make a bingo board in PowerPoint. I have some work ones that I do this way, and I just right-click and fill the background color of a square to mark it as done. So why do this at all? So I found that my husband and I, absent of any existing commitments, will default to staying at home and playing video games when we have a free weekend, which is fine sometimes, even most of the time. But I found that we were missing out on a lot of seasonal and local goings-on. About a year ago, I decided to be more intentional in acknowledging the passing of seasons in general, and things like swapping out some house decorations and buying in-season produce really helped with that. Now, this plan is expanding outside the house. Well, not everything is outside. But I had seen these seasonal bingo boards elsewhere on YouTube, and that seemed like a great idea. The reason that it actually works for me is that when I check in with it, I'll inevitably add a few items to my to-do list or calendar to support the completion of a square. Shop for a kite, or buy potting soil, getting it out of the idea phase and into action. I trialed this last winter as an experiment, and even though I didn't make bingo, we had a lot of fun. So when's the last time that you've put fun intentionally into your to-do list? Hey, maybe that's something you've already mastered. But if you get bogged down in work and can't seem to get recreation out of the "wouldn't that be fun" phase, maybe this will help you too. And 3 months is a long enough time frame to feel reasonable. And again, once the grid is set up, feel free to decorate. I do like to save the majority of the opposing page for notes and pictures of the things we complete as a bit of memory keeping. I'll probably set up my actual summer board in May. In the Northern Hemisphere, June marks the beginning of summer. So if you have any seasonal bingo ideas, no matter where in the world you are, feel free to share them in the comments. I hope this helps you add some joy and cozy moments into your season. Thanks for watching.